Okay, y'all are literally not gonna freaking believe what I found at my local Gamestop, okay? So, I was out shopping, and like, they had Splatoon 3 on display, and it's just, I don't know why it was on display. Okay, wait, we're gonna go outside the car, and I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it. Okay. Oh my god. How do I flip this camera around? Oh my god, guys, look! What is this? What are they? It's Splatoon 3. Okay, so somebody's clearly gonna get fired at GameStop because one, they're not supposed to put this out like at all. I don't even know how or why it was out. And like, there's Amiibos. There's literally Amiibos, and like, it's just wow. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna play Splatoon 3 when I get home. This is crazy. Like, I will post gameplay. Y'all just have to subscribe to me. You know, obviously do that so you can see my game. What?
Hey yo everyone, Pufuu here, and it's been a hot minute since I last uploaded, but I'm glad to be back with another video going over some new Splatoon 3 concepts, cause let's face it, Nintendo isn't gonna give us any news anytime soon. Splatoon NA keeps acting up, and Splatoon Twitter jump scares are constantly flooding my timeline, and the only way we're coping is by lying to ourselves that these fake Splatoon leaks are in fact real. Now, okay. The likelihood that we're getting Splatoon news this month is pretty high. Summer is like, what, 2 to 3 months away and we still know nothing? Honestly, at the rate that Nintendo is marketing this game is pretty concerning, but I can assure you that my leaks will keep you sane for the time being. So let's get to it! On to our first concept, which actually isn't a concept because turns out it's the real official Splatoon 3 box art that I made because Nintendo hired me through Fiverr. I know people were laughing at this. I put all my effort into this Inkling over here. Her pose was so much more easier because I had a good screenshot of it. I had a good, high quality 2K screenshot, and this guy over here, no, he was made with some crusty 420p screenshot of like this one frame from the trailer. I took it and I photoshopped it and I drew on it and I edited it, and instead it turned out looking like this, and people on Twitter knew and they figured out it was fake and they were like,
this was the giveaway.
You also have this rating down here. Turns out Splatoon is an adults-only game for 18 plus. If you're under 18 and you're watching this video and you're also playing Splatoon, then you can no longer do that because Splatoon is now an adults-only game. Anyways, we're gonna move on to some funny things in the background. See, we got a Zipcaster back here. Now ignore this, that I know that looks funny, but we don't need to talk about that. Over here we have a squid jumping up. You know, you gotta have squids in the box art. Oh, a couple funny things though. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this box art was actually leaked. Now, I know it was a leak by me, a fake leak by me, but that was just a lie. Like, I actually worked at Nintendo here and I made the box art and I leaked it early, but I said it was fake. Somebody on Snapchat or Instagram or something was sharing on their stories that they found a real copy of Splatoon 3 out in public. And you know what? Here's a screenshot. You can clearly see that there's a physical copy of Splatoon 3 there. And I had the real image of the promotional stuff. So, you know, I leaked that out and then I said it was fake and everyone was,
Haha, so funny, Pufuu.
you're so funny for spreading misinformation online. Here's a funny fact, actually, when I was making this cover, I got super lazy with like below her body. Like, okay, you can see that her head and her hair looks great, but the moment like you start scrolling down, it just gets really lazy. Like this ink tank, nah man, that was just like a plain color with like a one swoosh of the brush here. And then her foot and her feet and like whatever's going on here, I didn't even bother with that. I just like said, I think I'll just cover it with the logo and no one will notice. Also this guy, I tried putting effort into him, kind of flopped. Cause honestly, his face looked like he got some Botox or something.
It looks a little funny.
I think it's his nose or his mouth, I don't know. It's so cursed, it's so cursed. Herbie balls. They're at your local Target. And on to our next concept, which is Squid Sister Amiibos Part 2, because the first ones you can't find anymore. So let's talk about these Amiibos. first things first, yeah, I put a lot of time into Marie's face because Callie looked really good, and then I worked on Marie, and Marie looked like a flop. So then I spent so much time trying to fix Marie that Marie's face turned out looking better than Callie's face. Now, I'm not saying that Marie looks better than Callie because I'm a Callie. I'm Team Callie. Okay? But I put more time into making Marie's face look right, which then made Callie's face look worse. You totally comprehend what I'm trying to say, right? But you may be wondering,
Pufuu, how did you get these things to look like Amiibos?
well, it's actually screenshots from the trailer, but I edited them so much to make it look like plastic. Y'all know Callie and Marie and their iconic poses, except Marie doesn't have her umbrella because, oh boy, that would have taken like another 3 hours to edit and I was not having it. Let me explain to you why Nintendo should be making new Squid Sisters Amiibos. Firstly, the original ones are sold out. You can't even find them anywhere anymore, unless you want to pay your entire organs to get them. And if they made new ones, well, I mean, you get new Squid Sister Amiibos and they're really cool outfits. Nintendo could just reuse their old Amiibos, or like the old sculpts or molds or whatever they are, and then just kind of refine it a little bit to make it slightly different. They should seriously bring back those Splatoon 1 single player missions that they had with every single Amiibo. Because if you had these new Squid Sister Amiibos, the original ones would be used to perform Splatfests, like, you know, what they did. But the new ones, if you scan them in, you can get exclusive missions with the Squid Sisters with special dialogue. So you're still playing the same levels from the single player, but it's slightly altered to be more difficult. So it's like, you know, extra character development that's locked behind an Amiibo. It's fine though, Splatoon fans will buy anything. And on to our next concept, which involves this guy. Okay, well, you can't really see him. We got screenshots of Salmon Run. Gameplay screenshots, actually. Okay, let's talk about why Salmon Run in Splatoon 3 is different from Splatoon 2. Because, I'm gonna be real with you, that Salmon Run Next Wave trailer showed 3 new things. I had literally no clue how Splatoon 3's Salmon Run is different from Splatoon 2's, aside from like some new bosses and the egg throwing feature. Like, yeah, those are great to have, but like we gotta like change it up a lot, you know? So obviously I think they should add boss waves. Now, I think it'd be better if there was a final boss that you had to defeat as a team. Maybe like you have 100 seconds to defeat the boss or else you will fail. Or you have to protect the egg basket from being destroyed by the boss. Whatever the case may be, there should be a boss wave and it should be the final wave. So you can see that the beast awakens. Oh, what's the beast, you ask? Well, it's that weird giant thing that was screaming at the end of the trailer. The Godzilla, Salmonzilla. Yeah, the Salmonzilla. AKA Little Buddy wants to eat enough furry ooze, because I'm also, this is kind of off topic here, but Little Buddy is Splatoon 3's final boss. I know Little Buddy is evil and I do not trust that little fish. So up here we have is the health bar for the final boss, which means that you gotta get this thing all the way down to 0 before time runs out or else you're gonna fail. And you better work as a team, and the boss might have a lot of HP just to make it more balanced. I guess the more difficult you go up, if you're a professional 400 or professional 900 or max hazard level, then expect this health bar to be like insanely high. But yeah, you gotta defeat the boss. You know, got your specials back up here again. Great, same looking UI kinda. Oh, but guess who's returning? It's not a surprise, but it's Mr. Grizz, who's back to publicly shame us. He's out here saying, way to go, super. You woke up the beast, it's your problem now. I wish it wasn't Mr. Grizz, I wish it was Glamour Freddy instead. Okay, anyways, that's the Salmon Run screenshot. Basically, all Nintendo has to do for Salmon Run is make the gameplay different. And before we continue with the video, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can keep up to date with my latest uploads. Moving on to our next concept we have is the off-the-hook stories. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of the Squid Sisters stories, and they basically detailed kind of like the story leading up to Splatoon 2. So with Splatoon 3, hopefully the lore and Return of the Mammalians is really good. But you may be asking, oh my god, where's Off the Hook? They're back, but we get to know about them in a different way. And that's why we have Chapter 1, which is Letters from 4, which is a brand new series talking about where the Off the Hook has been since they went missing. Hey everyone, I'm gonna do a quick voiceover of Chapter 1 from Off the Hook Stories, or I guess it's called Letters from 4. Okay, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna turn on my Agent 4 voice. I'm sorry. No. That's the canon voice, right? Is it not? Is that not the canon voice? My dearest fellow Agent 8, I'm so out of touch with you, it's tragic. Being separated from my favorite 8-legged octopi has me in tears. Please ignore my venting. I am hastily writing this report to you by pencil and paper. Actually, can you imagine Marie making me write with a pencil when I could have just texted you all this info? She wouldn't let me even after I whined for hours, says oh wait, what? Sorry, okay. Says Ingopolis' web security was compromised by sources overseas. Anyways, guess we'll be communicating like this for a while. I made sure my handwriting was neat just for you. Dang, Agent 4 is totally romantic right now. Wait, that's not part of the script. Oh, I should have asked this first, but how is it out there? Are the Splatlands treating you well? How's working for Sheldon? Is he still babbling about how optimized springs are on sloshers? I'll never understand how you're able to cope living with him. Also, how come you never told me you knew Marina Ida? That's like the biggest flex. Even though it doesn't really matter now since me and her are like besties. We're currently sneaking around Grizco on a super secret mission to catch the man himself or whoever runs this company. There's been alleged rumors amongst the employees that Grizco has recently been outsourcing its golden eggs to questionable buyers with questionable projects. Whoever is buying all these eggs clearly has the bank for it, cause what type of project needs 500 million sparkly fish fetuses? Yeah, it's super sus since the buyer is located all the way down the Splatlands. I'll keep you updated once we get more info out of these employees and their boss. Yours truly, 4. Okay, listen, I tried reading this like one of those BuzzFeed unsolved videos where like they have this serious voice and it's like the doom. But then I'm sorry, this script is not serious in the slightest at all. We're gonna go on to the next concept now because what was that? And on to our next concept after that horrible reading. We have is the return of High Tide Era for you. High aliens or tide aliens or high air aliens. It was era aliens. Air aliens or no. High Tide Era is back again in Splatoon 3 because Splatoon fans keep complaining about Splatoon 2's OST being worse than Splatoon 1's, even though I disagree with that statement. But you know what? It's fine. Splatoon 1's OST was great either way, and we had the original band back with the same members and the same style and vibe. Nothing has changed too much, except now they got a fancy green jacket on it. And yeah, this is done in the Splatoon art style. We have High Tide Era back. I don't know a single piece of lore about any of these members. You're gonna have to watch a Raskus video for that. Who is this guy in the middle? I don't know, but I like him. I like his design. I think he's he's pretty cool. This thing back here, nice. And you? Cool. Yes, I will make fan cams of these 3. But honestly, someone said they look like Green Day, and I was like, yeah, honestly, I could kind of see that. So High Tide Era's back with the same type of music. Nothing has really changed, but their background has some elements from Return of the Mammalians, because I was like, you know what, maybe this band's got to do something with single player, but no, I was just like, nah, it's just there for visual looks. And that concludes today's Splatoon 3 concept video, which I hope you guys enjoyed because I haven't done one in a while. So be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in more Splatoon 3 concepts, or you just want to keep up to date with my shenanigans. And until next time, Pufuu offline.